a comment that I saw on Facebook. I saw it said it's either Trump or no one for me 2024. Not something I said. It's not something I support either. If that is something you support, please feel free to text or call in at 309-451-9299. I want to know why you are an only Trumper. Because here's the way I see it. If today was the election for primary, I'll be straight up with you. I would vote for DeSantis. If you've ever listened to me before, then you would know that that's kind of where I lie on things. However, if Trump got nominated, I'd vote for Trump in the general. That's the way I see it. Is what we have right now is we have petty party infighting that we shouldn't be having. We don't need to be having we don't need to be going back and forth in the way that we are so aggressively as citizens. Now, I get the candidates doing it. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about maybe some merit or what people are saying and what candidates are saying about each other. That fighting kind of needs to happen. However, this kind of fighting where I hear people say, if you're a DeSantis supporter, you're not a real Republican. I've heard that from people. Or if you're a DeSantis supporter, you're not America first. You don't believe in America first. Why go after each other like that, everybody? Is the biggest threat to our country you or me? No. The biggest threat to our country, undoubtedly, is woke progressivism slithering its way into all of our institutions, our corporations, through the ESG scores I mentioned earlier, into our universities through diversity, equity, and inclusion, into our government through self-proclaimed communists. I'm sorry, democratic socialists like AOC. Who's the real threat? Stop going after each other, everybody. I'm here to have a civil conversation. And that's what I want to have. And I'd really appreciate it if you guys had a civil conversation with me about these things. If you're an only Trumper, let me know why. Let's have that conversation. But don't hate me because I'm more of a DeSantis guy. I don't hate you. But let's get into it's either Trump or no one for me 2024. That's the mentality that I'm hearing from some people. And I think that's kind of just destructive. What's going to happen when who do you think is the future of the GOP? It's sad to say, but at best, Trump has 20 more years on him. At best, he's got 20 more years on this earth. And that's if he's like Jimmy Carter level healthy, which I don't think he is. He's on bad health or an awful health, but he's not Jimmy Carter level. And so who comes after that? That's what we need to be talking about, in my opinion. Who comes after Trump? Who would Trump say comes after Trump? Because I think before this whole presidential election and before all this heated up, I think you, the listener, whether you're a Trump or DeSantis person, who cares? You probably would have said it was likely DeSantis because that's who everybody was talking about during COVID, when there was one person who made sure his state was more open and freer than any other. Everybody was praising DeSantis. But now all of a sudden he's a rhino? What happened? What happened? You want to know what happened? He decided to challenge Trump for president. That's the only thing that changed. And Trump called him a rhino. And then a lot of other people piled onto that.